Imagine this. A YouTuber and a boxer walk into a Gatorade factory and walk out with $1 billion drink. Sounds like a joke, right? Nope. It's called Prime. And in just 2 years, it went from weird YouTuber merch to outselling Powerade. Yeah, let's talk about how the internet literally drank this brand like a fish. Let's rewind. Early 2022, Logan Paul and KSI had just ended their beef. For years, these two were internet rivals. Diss tracks, boxing matches, calling each other clowns online. But instead of fighting again, they teamed up, and the internet lost its mind. Their plan wasn't another fight. Their plan wasn't a podcast. They wanted to launch a drink. But why? Because the global sports drink market is worth $30 billion. And who dominates? Gatorade, owned by PepsiCo. Powerade, owned by Coca-Cola. Logan and KSI looked at that and said, what if we disrupt it with influence instead of advertising? Their strategy? Don't market the drink like a drink. Market the drink like merch, but hold up. These guys weren't beverage scientists. They weren't Coca-Cola executives. They were content creators. And here's where it gets wild. Instead of paying millions for TV ads, they leveraged their millions of followers on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Prime wasn't just a drink. It was a meme, a status symbol. Kids were flexing bottles like they were sneakers. Prime's first drop sold out in minutes. Not because it tasted better, not because it was healthier, but because it was Prime. YouTubers were chugging it on live streams. Schools were banning it because kids were trading it like Pokemon cards. Meanwhile, Gatorade executives were sweating. They spent decades building trust with athletes. And two YouTubers just said, hold my drink, and hijacked an entire market. How? Because Logan and KSI turned Prime into content. They didn't sell hydration. They sold belonging. Now let's talk dollars. Prime launched January 2022. By December, $250 million in sales. By 2023, $1.2 billion in global revenue. To compare, Powerade did $1.4 billion last year, but with decades of marketing, sponsorships, and distribution. Prime did it in 18 months, without NBA players, without NFL endorsements, without giant ad budgets. Just two YouTubers, their cameras, and their followings. That's not a drink. That's a cultural takeover. So what's the secret sauce? Logan Paul and KSI didn't just sell Prime. They sold the idea of drinking Prime means you're part of the story. That's why Prime wasn't built in a lab. It was built on feeds, memes, and dreams. And whether you love it or hate it, they proved something powerful. In the creator economy, you don't need to sell a product. You need to sell an emotion. Now, excuse me while I go spend $8 for a drink I don't even like, because YouTube said it's cool.